Hi, this is Murr from Impractical Jokers.
Hi, this is Kayla Thomas from 94.5 PST. Thank you for calling.
Hi, Kayla. How are you?
Good. It's good to talk to you again. It's been I think a year, a year
I
and a half.
know, and you know, I live in Princeton now, right?
Yes, I heard you just moved here. You got married and you moved here.
Yes, I moved there a year ago.
Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you. Yeah, we were able to pull off a wedding. I couldn't believe it, but we got married.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. You got married in the middle of a pandemic. What did you have to take out of the wedding? What changes did you have to make? What was it like?
We had to plan 4 different weddings, basically.
Wow.
I planned the regular wedding, which did not happen, then one half the size, which didn't happen, then a quarter of the size, and then the most extreme was in my backyard in Princeton, just having a couple friends and family members over. But we were able to pull off a quarter-size wedding, mostly outdoors. It was great. It was perfect. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. It was great.
Oh, my God. Well, congratulations. You guys are so beautiful together.
She does the heavy lifting. I'm just funny.
So you guys now live in Princeton, New Jersey, which is where we're located. Can you tell me what is your favorite thing about living here?
You know, a couple of things. First of all, I have a puppy, a wife, and land now. I have a backyard and a pool, and that's pretty cool. I never had that in my life. And I have a car for the first time in my life. I've never owned a car in my life before the past year. So that's kind of cool. I love the town. It's beautiful. It's great hiking. There's great kayaking we did the other day. You can see me pretty much once a week at Witherspoon's drinking way too many pineapple martinis with my wife. That's it. You know, we go out to dinner in town. We hike and bike and do all sorts of fun outdoor activities. It's a great town.
I love that. Yeah, some of our listeners have told us, they spotted you out and about in Princeton. Someone said that they saw you walking your dog, didn't know how to approach you.
Aw, please, you can come up to me. We're very friendly. So is my puppy.
So what is the funniest or the strangest encounter you've had with a fan who saw you out and about on the streets of Princeton?
The strangest encounter.
Or awkward.
I had a fan come up to me. They were a huge fan of the show. Came up, my God, but they had 2 identical. Do you know what the dog Malamute, an Alaskan Malamute? They had 2 baby Malamutes that they were trying to get to people to adopt. I had just gotten a new puppy. This was a year ago, and they asked if I wanted to adopt 2 of their Malamutes. Oh. And I was kind of overwhelmed with just having 1 dog, so I didn't get 2 more. But that was the weirdest encounter. Fan coming up to me saying they're a big fan of the show. Also, would I adopt 2 Alaskan Malamutes on on Nassau Street? That was weird.
I would have been overwhelmed too. I can't even handle 1.
Yeah.
What is your least favorite part about being here?
Least favorite? Gosh. I mean, just the Northeast in general. I can't. I hate that the cold weather's coming, but that's just in general.
Okay, so you said you're always at Witherspoon. What is another favorite local restaurant that you like to go to?
Gosh, you can see us at Witherspoon's all the time. We just where did we go last week? We celebrated our honeymoon. Our engagement night. We stayed at the Nassau Inn and we ate across the street at Mistral. That's great. We went to the Peacock Inn a few weeks ago. And, we're all over in town.
Okay, well, you hear it, people. If you see him at any one of those places, go up and say hi. So the Princeton area, I don't know if you've noticed yet, but we're notorious for our high deer population. Have you hit any deer yet?
I have not. We're pretty good at driving the roads now. Okay. I live on a pretty dark road, and my wife has the most amazing deer vision I've ever seen. She sees stuff a mile away. I don't even notice. I don't even notice it when we pass it. So she's got X-ray peepers, so she's totally fine. Okay,
so then y'all are good. Y'all are good. Are there any potential plans to film Impractical Jokers locally?
We already have. Oh. You don't even know it. We already have. We filmed 2 punishments already. I'm sorry. We filmed 3 punishments so far at my house in Princeton that you'll see on TV in January. They got me good. 2 weeks ago, they got me in my backyard. They had I can't tell you what it is, but it involved a urologist, a proctologist, my wife who has a degree in nursing, and a zip line.
Oh my God, that sounds awesome. I cannot wait. But Hold on. So we're in the middle of a pandemic. So were you guys able to film? How is that happening? Like, how has COVID impacted filming for Impractical Jokers, or has it?
It did. It did for a while. We're back. I'm literally on set right now for the Misery Index, our show on TBS. We're filming 5 episodes today. But we started filming Jokers again at the end of August, and we're in production now for it. It'll be back on in January. And then during the pandemic, 2 things happened. One, we created a new TV show called Impractical Jokers Dinner Party, which is on tomorrow night. It's on every Thursday night on True TV. It's us having dinner together via Zoom, and it's on television, and there's guest celebrities each episode. Tomorrow, Paul Abdul's on the episode. It's so much fun. It's like hanging out with us for dinner every night. And the other thing is that I kept writing books. So I wrote a new thriller from home in Princeton during the pandemic called Don't Move. It just came out about a week or 2 ago. It's a thriller that takes place in the woods, so kind of is very fitting to my move to Princeton. And it's like a book. It's scary as hell. You're gonna love it. It's a perfect read for the fall, and you won't be able to put it down.
You are whipping out book after book after book, because when I talked to you over a year ago, you had just released Awakened. So can you tell us like a summary of basically what Don't Move is about?
Sure. It's about a church group from the Bronx that goes on their summer camping trip, but they want into the woods of West Virginia, but they wander into the wrong woods. And in these woods, there's this giant, kind of terrifying prehistoric arachnid that can sense their vibration through invisible webs that spread throughout the forest, and it can hunt them down and kill them. The only way out of the forest is a Class 5 rapids river, but the church group has no boat. That's how the book starts. It's pretty terrifying and fun, and you won't be able to put it down, and you're going to love the lead character and what she has to go through, and you're going to be totally shocked by the ending. It's called Don't Move.
I'm excited. Your last one, Awakened, was terrifying, so I can only imagine.
Oh my God, has it been that long since I've been on the show?
Yeah, it's been that long.
Holy smoke.
We can't go that long ever again, Murr.
Come by the station some point and say hi.
Please do. We all love you here at PST. So, do you ever plan on writing any other genre other than horror?
Well, we're writing a thriller, which is not horror. It's a thriller, like a mystery thriller that comes out in June of next year called The Stowaway. And then I'm writing 3 children's books, but also they're kind of like sci-fi comedy called Interns of Area 51. Those come out starting the end of next year. 3 in a row.
Okay. So in an interview, I saw that you said that when you first met your wife, you automatically clicked with her. So is she into sci-fi books and comedy like you? And does she help write?
She makes me laugh constantly. She's the funniest person I know for sure. And she has gotten into the books. She's read them all, and she loves them. But it took a little bit to get her to read them, but now she loves them. Yeah,
I love that. So obviously, while in quarantine, you've been passing the time by writing books. But what else have you and Melissa been up to?
We were planning the wedding. It was wild to plan a wedding during quarantine and also be writing books, and we did dinner party. But also, I can't imagine any other time in my life that I'm going to get 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with my now wife, then fiance, to kind of plan all of these things. Like I was kind of scared that the guys and I were supposed to be on tour all summer long. We were supposed to do 40 arenas in a row around the country. And I was just not going to be home this entire summer. I had to work literally 6 days a week, every week for 6 weeks. And I was like, shoot, I'm not going to be able to help with a wedding or do anything like that. So I got to tell you, it was kind of like, I can't, other than retirement many years from now, I can't imagine any other time where I'll be able to spend that much time with my wife, and my puppy, and help raise a puppy,
Yeah.
We did a lot of gardening. The guys and I did a lot of charity work for frontline workers and things like that during the summer in particular. I did lots of fan events on Zoom and popped in to surprise kids on their graduations, things like that.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you next, because you guys are so used to doing so many live shows. How have you been staying connected with your fans when you can't do that kind of stuff?
I'll tell you, we're getting back to it now. So, I did, we did 2 virtual book launches. In June, I had a book come out called Obliteration, and we did a virtual book launch. And then, obviously, 2 weeks ago, we had Don't Move come out, and we did a virtual book launch from my backyard. And we had 800 fans from around the country, around the world, watching on Zoom, and there was games, and the guys joined in to surprise fans, and it was a lot. It was a lot of fun. It really was. So that has helped us keep us connected to fans. And then we were doing, like, especially in June, or like May and June, so many students were going through tough times because their graduations were canceled. There was no prom. There was nothing like that. It just stopped. So the guys and I were doing lots of things, like popping in, surprise classrooms to surprise teachers, to surprise students on their graduations, and things like that helped a lot. Stay connected.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you guys really made the most of what we had, and I really think that this time it made us all stop and pause, but also it was great for reflecting. So, if there is anything that you learned about yourself during this pandemic, what is it?
I learned I can be a good husband. I think I'm a good husband. I think it helped normalize me, the whole thing.
Oh.
And learned what it is. I've never lived with someone else other than Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers. He and I were roommates together for the first 3 seasons because we couldn't afford to live in the city on our own, you know? And I think it taught me that, I can be a great husband.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for coming on and checking in with us. You have to do it more often. If we see you out in Princeton, we'll definitely stop you and say hi to you and your puppy and your wife.
You got it. I'll come by soon, I promise.